Hey everyone, welcome back. Today on the bench we have, as you can see, some LCR tweezers. These are made by Zoyi, Zotek, and I just got these in a couple days ago. Bought them off their website. Cost me about $25, $30, something like that. Not very expensive, and I'm excited to give them a try. The packaging is rather generic. There's no name on it. I'm sure this allows them to be easily rebranded by anyone else who wants to sell them. Picture on the box is upside down from the text. So this is the way that the tweezers are oriented. So yeah, a little bit better attention to detail could have been spent on that. But it's a box, don't really care. So let's open them up. Let's have a look. The tweezers come in a nice hard case, little strap on it. I like tools that come in a nice case because I do. And inside we have the tweezers here in a nice little padded foam compartment. Comes with a manual and a USB charging cable. It's nice that they gave you a cable. The user manual here is very small, and it is it's pretty generic. There's no branding listed on the manual here at all. It does tell me that I have a warranty from the date of purchase for 1 year, and the manual is subject to change without prior notification. It does give some specs on it here if we want to look. OLED display, automatic ranging, 1 second measurement time, has data hold, and blah blah blah. So not a whole lot, nothing particularly amazing, but we'll stick that in there. Let's pop the tweezers out and let's have a look. I'm going to hit the on button. You can see it says Zoyi, and this is the ZT-MD1. The display, it's not showing up here very well, but words auto is in white. The test voltage is in yellow. Battery indicator is green. And the testing frequency is in blue, and the rest of the text is white. I guess if it's so, that's the color balance on my camera here. They're nice. They don't seem too heavy, but they have a good little bit of heft on it. Controls, we've got hold and level, we've got frequency and menu, and we've got a mode switch and on off. So pretty simple. It's set to auto range right now, and if we short the leads together, we can see that the lead resistance is about 10 milliohms. So we want to test these out. So the first thing I'm going to do, well, I'll show you here. I'm going to be comparing these to my my BK Precision 878 LCR meter. Not the most current in the world, but it's accurate, works well for me. So we will use this to compare it against. But before we do that, I just thought it'd be interesting to run through and take a look at the testing frequencies this uses. So right now this is showing 1K. We can test at 10K or at 100 Hertz. So I thought it'd be good just to take a look at what does that waveform look like coming out of it. To keep everything all in the family, I'm going to use my Zoyi ZT-703S scope meter. And let's hook it up here. I don't think it's going to make a difference what lead we connect to. And so if we look here, this is set on 100 megahertz. And if we see, we can see we've got a frequency of 100 megahertz and a peak-to-peak test voltage of 1.6 volts. Let's go to the next frequency. If we look here, we can see we've got frequency is 1K. That's what the tweezers are showing. And if we go up to the next one, it says it's 10K. And we're getting 10K. And it's saying 1.6 peak-to-peak voltage for testing. So it looks like it's putting out a pretty nice clean sine wave. So that looks good. So I think what we should do now is let's move on and let's test a couple components. So what's nice about these tweezers is that in addition, so that they will do, if we manually click through the ranges, hold on. So I can change here the voltage. I can test at 0.3 or 0.6 volts. I think the 0.3 volts is designed for in-circuit testing. If I go to the mode, I can select, we can do resistance, capacitance, inductance. It'll also do a diode check, and it says it does continuity. Pretty quick, but it looks nice. So we'll leave it in auto mode for now. Let's bring in my 878, and let's put in capacitance mode, and let's take a look at a couple capacitors to start things out with here. I have a bunch here. I got a box full of harvested components. So let's grab this capacitor to start. This is an 80 microfarad capacitor, 330 volts. Let's put it in the BK here, and this is reading, so this is testing at 1 kilohertz, and it's reading 70 microfarad. Let's test with the tweezers here. We're testing at 1 kilohertz. Oh, I hope if I set the right mode. I thought we had this in auto mode. Let's just restart it. There we go. 77.67 microfarad. And this is showing an ESR, if you see the RS there, of 227 milliohms. So let's check the ESR. To do that, because my old BK does not do ESR, I'm using a Bob Parker Bluetooth ESR meter, which I like a lot. It does a really good job. And let's see what it says. "22 milliohms, rather 220 milliohms. Looks good. Let's look at another capacitor here. This is a 22 microfarad, 450 volt. And this is reading 17.92. $18.98 seems good. Oh, and the ESR was 1.8 ohms. Let's check with And I'm getting, where am I here? 1.6. Seems reasonable. The more electrolytic here is a, well, this should be interesting to test. This is a 3300 microfarad cap. I don't know if it'll measure this. Let's find out. 3.09 millifarad and 36.8 milliohms. All right. That was for the ESR. Let's see here. Look at the ESR. That looks good. And because this has got such stubby little legs on it, we're going to need to use some clips. 0.91. I don't know about that. It seems a little weird. Let me see here. A lot of times electrodes are better to test down lower. I mean, that looks a little bit better. I don't know. All right. Well, this is a huge value cap anyway. I'm not sure that it's the best example. So let's look at a couple. Let's look at one or two film caps here. This one, I'm not really sure how much it says. 564K. Not sure. Let's 579. Okay, doesn't seem too out of line. Let's check with the hold on. Let's check with the tweezer here. 579. So capacitance wise, I'm pretty happy with the readings we're getting from this. Let's look at a couple resistors. I have this ceramic power resistor. It says it's 4.7K. 4.65. Looks good. Let's put this in resistance range. That would help. 4.65. Big old carbon comp that I pulled out of something. Let's see what it says. This is 46.6K. Check the tweezers. 46.6. All right. And the last one I'm going to check is, I've got my little resistor board here. I have a 1K 0.05% resistor. Let's see what that one reads. That is dead on for 1K. Let's check here. Yep. So resistance looks pretty good. Let's take a look at inductance. I have a small selection of inductors that we can play with. Here's one, don't know anything about it. Let's see what this is. It says it's, hold on, 4.6 millihenries. And what do we get here? 4.8. All right, I'll take that. I've got this surface mount inductor here. This is 11 microhenries. All right, 10.4. Again, it's pretty close. Just for fun, pull out one more. Got this little tiny one here. See if I can snag it between the probes here. Here we go. It's not even measuring it. Wait, hold on. Oh, it's reading it as a resistor. Let's try going into manual mode here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Let's just manually put it into inductance. This is, here we go. This is 1.1, 1.2 microhenries. And let's see if it agrees here. It seems a little fiddly. All right, not sure about with this one, but the other inductors, it seems pretty good. So this is, I mean, this is what it does. It's a, oh, let me, hold on. Let's do quick, let's look at diode test. So I have another test board here with a bunch of components. I've got a bunch of diodes down here. So let's look here. So that's showing the voltage drop of this diode. And if you notice, there's a little picture of a diode right over here. It shows you the diode orientation. So if we look here, you can see. So if I flip the board around and put the diode in the other way, the symbol goes the other direction. So that's nice. It's a nice feature. Here's a standard old silicon diode, 0.5 voltage drop, looks about right. I think this is a Schottky I've got here, a little bit lower voltage drop. Got a Zener here. It doesn't seem to know what to do with the Zener diode. Can't say I'm surprised. Let's see here, this LED. It's a red LED. It does not like LEDs. Probably because the test voltage is too low. 0.6 volts is not enough to turn on an LED. But it does identify diodes. And we already showed that it does continuity. So I think the other nice feature here is, let's see here, level. No. Let's do this. Let's reset it. Let's set it to 0.3 volts, and I've got an old hard drive controller board here, and let's see how it does identifying some components on the board here. So here's some ceramic surface mount caps. Let's look at this one. Oh, it says this is 5.8 nanofarads. I don't really have any way to check these, but you know, give it a try here. Here's a bigger cap. 435 nanofarads. Looks like we've got some diodes here. Let me see here. Yeah, those are going to read as resistors. So let's see here. Can I put it into diode mode and see what the deal is with them? So here's a diode here. Yeah, I kind of don't expect it to work for diodes in circuit, but it does work for capacitors. I'm sure it'll work for resistors, although in circuit resistors, I'm a little not sure how that's going to read. We can look at this board. Here's a resistor. I mean, this is saying it's 8K. I really need like a magnifying glass or a microscope to even read what's written on there. But it's reported to be able to do, and because it's to do in-circuit testing, I would think that would probably be most useful for checking a bad capacitor. I think the continuity mode could also be good for checking shorts between 2 points on a circuit board. I think that could be good. But anyway, I like these. I think I'll definitely make use of them. I like the fact that it's switch that. I like the fact that they're small. I like that it does ESR for caps built in. That's a nice plus. You know, being able to get an ESR reading without using a separate meter is definitely a nice feature to have. They're small, they're light. There's a USB charging port on it, and most of all, they were inexpensive. Like I said, I spent about maybe $30 on them. So these are the Zoyi ZT-MD1 LCR tweezers. If you're in the market for a pair, I'd say pick them up, check them out. Like I said, I bought these myself, so nobody sent them to me. This is just my own evaluation that I wanted to share with you. So, yeah. Questions, comments, leave them below. Like and subscribe if you're so inclined, and I will see you in the next video. All right, take care, everyone.